Man, this place is awesome. There's so much going on here. We're just in a little, I don't even know what to call this. It's a river. That's what it is. It's a river. And there's just little waterfalls and bits and pieces just flowing everywhere, and it's full on. Look at that. That's only something, there's more. You know what I did the other day? I was talking to a mate, and good mates, been mates for a few years now, and then I said something in a joke and he took mad offense to it. All of a sudden he shut down, he went into this state where his body language was just not on point at all. I was his worst enemy. All this stuff was happening, and I was left there thinking, what? Have you ever had that? Because if you have, here's why. When people take offense to something, they're taking from the conversation. Within the laws of the conversation, there has to be a bit of give and a bit of a take for the conversation to be what we call neutral, for it to be even, for the pinging and ponging to be happening, the yin and the yang, okay, the blue and the red, whatever you want to call it. It's all got to be there with the giving and taking. Now, when you get someone that takes from the conversation, they're constantly taking. It's a conscious thing to want to take something. You have to mentally pull apart that conversation. This happens within milliseconds, and take out what you want from it. Why would you do that? Why would you pick apart a conversation and take offense? It makes no sense. I just saw a flying fish. It's gone now though. Flew away. If you do ever say something to someone and they take offense out of it, just know that whatever you've said to them is something that they're really sensitive about. It's an insecurity that they have from within that they probably haven't shared with you. But because of their reaction to what you've said, they're subconsciously sharing that insecurity with you. You'll start to notice this if you apply this. Next time you talk to someone, you see them chuck a tanny, okay, they get the shits, they fully just not buying what you're saying, they just don't want you around anymore, now like you're their worst enemy. Just know that you've said something that is really an insecurity from within. Out of all good things that could have come from that conversation, they're literally taking that out of their own will, on their own accord. They're pulling that out of it. I don't know either. I don't know why people do that. What you do want to say to those people is, get on with it. Move on. Me personally, I never take offense to shit. I think that this life is a whole big laugh. You've got like, what is it now? 85 years, 88, something like that. You've only got so many years on this planet. And if you're going to stand there just listening to what people are saying, just taking your 2 cents out of it and letting that affect your life and making it, I'm talking in a negative way. If you use it in a positive way, fantastic. I suggest that. Highly recommend that. But if you're just taking the negatives out of what everyone's saying all the time, you're on this exponentially spiraling down curve that's going to take you ages to get out of. So don't do that, okay? You've probably noticed by now I have got shit all over my hand. That was my mate's son, and this guy is 4 years old and he's an artist and he drew a tattoo is what that is. It's a tattoo. It's brilliant, as you can see. It's absolutely full on. Part of the go in life, or one of the things that someone's probably mentioned to you to live a really successful and fulfilling life, is that success is a matter of giving rather than receiving. And you'll probably notice that there's people out there that take all the time and think they're owed everything. We have a mindset of ownership. especially in Australia. Everyone thinks like they're owed everything. Like, you know, there's a whole bunch of complaints out there that people aren't getting enough from the government, or they don't have enough support, but they won't go out and seek help when they need it, or something along those lines. The point is that someone is seriously unbalanced if they take something out of a conversation, such as like offense. If they do take offense out of a conversation, they're so unbalanced because they're not even giving anything back. All they're giving is, you know, the energy that they got to shoot with you. You don't want that. But apart from that, they're not doing their bit. So you end up asking yourself, how is the conversation relevant? One of the biggest keys that I've learned is that if you want people to like you, be happy. They are going to buy into your happiness. So if you look like you're not having a good time, do you think they really like that? Do you think they want to be around that? No, you want to give off the energy that they want to be a part of. Because once you attract that energy or that kind of vibe where people just want to be around you, you're going to attract people who are similar to that, and therefore the right amount of people, which is going to lead to awesome stuff. A year ago, I wasn't where I was now because I had to learn all this kind of stuff. This is just basic mindset stuff. But once you get your head around it, I've said it before, I've said it in nearly all my videos, it changes your whole perspective on things, and it really will change your life. All right, we're walking back to the car. One thing I do want to say is if you have any questions, or you got something you want to ask me, you've got a query or something you want to talk about, you want me to discuss in another video, I'll put it in the comments box below, and I can, like, let's make a vlog on it, right? Let's talk about some stuff. Because what I've learned in my experience is there's a lot of stuff in this world that people don't question, and the reason why they don't find stuff out or learn or grow is because they don't ask questions. So if you've got a question, go to town on it. Like, don't stop till you find the answer. Put a comment in the box below, and guarantee you it won't be far away.